beauties! Thank you for coming back. I'm so excited to make this video. Sorry. If you don't know what your third eye is, this is what the book said, and it said it pretty well, so I wanted to just like quote it. I'll probably like insert a picture of the page over here. So it says, but there's a sixth sense, and it's talking about our five senses, you know, touch, feel, all that stuff. And it says, but there's a sixth sense. With this sixth sense, higher sense perception, you can open the gateway to subtler realms of existence. You can develop an inner eye and view an invisible world consisting of multiple dimensions, alternate realities, subtle planes, spiritual worlds filled with light, and parallel universes of indescribable wonders. This eye of wisdom, knowledge, illumination, and intuition is aptly named the third eye. Beautiful, beautiful. Take your beliefs or whatever and keep an open mind and perceive this through your beliefs and say, how can I use this to benefit me? And a quick disclaimer, I'm sorry. So I said this is like how I actively decalcify. I don't mean to come out here like saying, look, I've got it all figured out. You know, my mind, I have my third eye and I see everything. It's just how I actively keep this type of energy surrounding me. So I am like conscious to my third eye awareness and, you know, different frequencies and stuff. So without further ado, I want to start with the first way that I started to decalcify my third eye. So the first way was, of course, crystals, and I watched a video a couple days ago about like people saying it's like a placebo effect, like they did a whole study saying, you know, they tricked people and they thought and all this stuff, and I was like, okay, that's true. I mean, it could be true, but for me personally, I feel like crystals are like, if you believe in them, oh my gosh, they're gonna work for you. And that's how it is pretty much for anything. And so when I use crystals for my third eye during meditations, and I'll get into meditation later, or I mean, I can talk about it now. I use meditation a lot to keep my third eye clear. I use meditation to, you know, get answers when I need them, and I use it to just keep my mind clear, because your thoughts is what also can calcify your third eye. Your overthinking and constant stimulation of your brain will ultimately calcify your third eye, along with a bunch of other things that I will talk about later. Maybe 3 or 4 times a week, I'll have like a really good meditation where I just try and balance my whole entire body, and I'll literally take my chakra stones here, and this is the third eye chakra, and it's crystal quartz, and I will literally sit there on my back, and I'll have some really nice music playing, and I'll put this on my third eye here, and I just meditate with it here, and it is sick. And alongside crystals, a big aid to decalcifying my third eye, I feel like, is my aromatherapy. So I use oils and incense, and they are really, really helpful to me to get me into deeper meditations, deeper sleep, and it automatically for me just changes the whole energy into my room, and I can just use aromatherapy during my meditations to aid myself in decalcifying my third eye. And that's what gets me into my next thing that I'm talking about, which is jewelry. So jewelry to me decalcifies my third eye immensely. I feel like when, you know, I don't know, do you guys ever feel like you ever wear something every single day and then one day you forget it and you go that whole entire day feeling super naked? That is 100% me with jewelry. So if I go a day like without my rings and just these crystals and all of this stuff, I feel like very vulnerable to negative energy, and I feel very vulnerable to elements affecting me. When I have my jewelry on, I feel like it's a sign or a sense of protection that helps me get throughout my day, and also, you know, boost my mind, boost my intuition to the point where I'm actively, consciously living my life and seeing all these different frequency bands and synchronicities that are coming to me because I have this constant protection. Okay, so this one is kind of, I don't know, it may just be for me, but I feel like when I notice my ego in a negative way and I take control of my ego, I have better outcomes. So when I am in certain situations every single day and someone will come at me, not purposely, or just I feel like my ego is attacked or something like that, I literally learn to take a deep breath and control my ego, because I feel like ego I don't know, I have mixed emotions about ego, but I feel like when I personally use my ego in negative ways, it automatically is like a calcifier to my third eye. The next thing is screen time. I truly feel from the bottom of my heart that when I am looking at a screen or I am constantly on my phone and stuff like that, that my third eye is being calcified. And it's natural to me. It's like, it's something that's part of this life. Like, technology and phones are used to calcify our third eyes. Now, I'm not saying I'm the best, and I still do struggle with it all the time. And, you know, editing these videos and making these videos, I'm constantly staring at the phone and at my computer. And that's why I do so much of this other stuff, like aromatherapy, meditation, all of that type of stuff to you know, kind of combat that bad part of it. Also, the quality of what you're doing on your phone. If you're just always on your phone, on Instagram, social media, scrolling, just doing stuff that doesn't really matter, that's obviously not gonna help your third eye. And I feel like, in a sense, that I have woken up my third eye from a lot of stuff I've seen online, like from pictures, just constant reminders, you know, following positive accounts. And I always watch YouTube videos. Like, YouTube videos are my jam. I've watched so many YouTube videos, and in that sense, I'm talking about like quality of what you're watching. Like, if you're on your phone or on your computer a lot, just like researching or doing all of this stuff, I mean, it's still on a screen and it still may hurt your third eye and stuff like that, but at the same time, it's kind of balancing it out. I feel like, this is all in my opinion. So if I sit on my Snapchat or sit on Instagram all day, I will feel like trash. I'll be like, damn, what did I just do? Like, why did I just do that? But if I'm on my computer for like 2-3 hours, constant researching all these new topics and watching all these videos, attaining all of this knowledge, I leave that, I get off my screen feeling better. I feel like I made progress instead of just wasting my time. Tied in with research is reading, and I know most of you are gonna be like, oh my gosh, I hate reading so much. Really, this book I've been reading, and you guys have seen it like 7 times in all of my videos, I cannot tell you guys enough how much this book has done for me and how much books in the past have done for me. And if you honestly just really genuinely get a good book, it can work wonders. Like, 2 books started my whole entire journey off for me, and I'm so thankful that I got into reading, because not only am I attaining so much knowledge from the books I'm reading that is actively decalcifying my third eye, but at the same time, I'm reading. Reading is like so great for your mind. I want to pause from the video really quick and insert this little snippet about a synchronicity that happened to me yesterday, because it is so relevant to what I'm talking about. And this synchronicity, I am almost 100% sure that if I hadn't actively done all these things to decalcify and stay woke, I would have skipped over this synchronicity and this coincidence like nothing. That's the thing. Like, when I do all of this stuff, I pick up on things. I'm like, oh my gosh, she just said that, and I was just thinking that 5 minutes ago, and then I go back and piece it together and get messages. So I'm gonna do this really, really fast, and I might speed this up because I don't want this video to be super long. So here's the story.
So I'm in college right now, and my college professor, I'm in this integrated mathematics, it's a super basic class. He gave us this problem, and he was like, here's these boxes, fill the boxes with numbers 1 through 9, and you cannot repeat numbers, and all the columns, all the diagonals, and all the rows have to equal the same number, right? So I admit, at first I wasn't even feeling it, I was just letting everybody do it, and I saw people start struggling, so I was like, all right, let me give it a try. I did it in like 30 seconds. And I did it without erasing, and like all the people in my class were like, oh my gosh, how did you do that? That's so cool, like wow, good for you. And I was like, I don't know how I did that. The arrangement of numbers were just like embedded into my subconscious somehow, where I just regurgitated onto paper. And so this is the number combination, and I suck because of this lighting, but this is the number combination that I put, and I cut this out of my math notebook and put it in my journal so I could write about it. So this math problem I did on August 29th, and today is September 17th. Yesterday was the 16th. Okay, let's get that clear. That's very important. Prior to this whole entire math problem, I had never looked forward into this book. I never looked in the pages forward, never in the chapters, because I wanted it to be a surprise. So yesterday, I finally decided to pick up this book again and start reading and start processing this information. And let me tell you what I see. I need to stand up for this. So I'm reading, okay? I flip to this page and I start bawling my eyes out because I was like, there's no way. I start reading and I see this. This is the exact same number combination I wrote down in my journal from that math class. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Number combination on here is 492-357-816, okay? And in here it's talking about it in a different context. But are you kidding me? I go back to my journal, I look at my own number combination, and it's the same exact combination, 492, same exact combination. This was just for a math class, just a trick problem, but I'm reading in my book about Saturn and this virus and the simulation, and it has the same exact number combination that I put in, equaling 15.
So that was the craziest synchronicity that I have experienced in a long time. And I tell you not, I 100% believe it's because the days prior to that, I was surrounded by a person whose energy is out of the walls, and I was actively after practicing all of these things that I have told you guys. Like, I was actively decalcifying my third eye to such a high rate that this major coincidence and synchronicity was brought into my life, and I was able to decode it, and I was able to realize it because my third eye was so actively pulsating that I was like, oh my gosh, this type of synchronicity just happened to me. So that concludes this video. Just overall, just stay woke. And I know that's like such a broad thing to say, but try these things out if you want to. You don't have to, but I'm just saying, try it out and start to just realize things in life. Just the little tiny things, like just noises and visions and seeing things, numbers, time, all of that stuff will start popping in and out of your life if you're actively doing this. And in any sense you put it, if you're decalcifying your third eye, if you're staying aware, if you're staying away from the system, if you're doing your own thing, boosting your aura, all of that stuff is all interconnected. And if you practice things like this and actively get into research and start going deeper and deeper, the craziest things will happen to you. I promise you, results will come. I have never been so enthusiastic and motivated to tell people about this, because this is something that truly works for me, and I truly see results and life-changing experiences every single day of my life. I experience at least 2 to 3 coincidences or synchronicities that I am woke to because of my active third eye throughout the day, that it's became normal to me. That was kind of a mess, and I just kind of threw it at you guys, so I'm sorry, but I love you guys, and I hope you guys love me too. I'm just here, you know, going through life, trying to spread this message, because I cannot keep this type of stuff to myself. Okay, love you guys.